In March, the economy added 103,000 jobs while the unemployment rate held steady at 4.1% for the sixth straight month, according to the latest data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Economists had expected the report to show 185,000 jobs were created in March while the unemployment rate was expected to fall to 4%, according to estimates from Bloomberg. March's report is also a big slowdown from the 313,000 jobs created in February and represented the fewest jobs created in 6 months. Job growth in January was revised down slightly to show a gain of 176,000 jobs to start the year, while February's data were revised slightly higher, with 326,000 jobs now estimated to have been created in the year's second month. After Friday's numbers, average jobs gains over the last 3 months now stand at 202,000. Eventually, we'll have to get used to monthly job gains of 100,000 or less, Calco added. Wage data came in line with expectations, however, as average hourly earnings rose 0.3% over the prior month and 2.7% over the prior year. Economists expected average hourly earnings to rise 0.3% over the prior month and 2.7% over the prior year. This jobs report should not change anyone's views on the outlook for monetary policy, said Neil Dutta, an economist at Renaissance Macro, following the report. The principal story as we see it is that despite above-trend jobs growth in the main, the unemployment rate has been flat for 6 months. Ahead of the report, U.S. stock futures were lower after news late Thursday that President Donald Trump has told administration officials to consider an additional $100 billion in tariffs on Chinese imports. Following the report, stock futures remained lower, with Dow futures off about 225 points, S&P 500 futures down about 22, about Nasdaq futures off 66. Treasury yields were rallying, with the 10-year yield moving below 2.8% and the 2-year yield sitting near %. Additionally, weekly hours worked, which some economists had expected to decline on account of poor weather in March, held steady at 34.5. Construction employment was the biggest loser in March, declining by 15,000 after a strong 65,000 jobs were added to the sector in February. This post will be updated. Miles Udland is a writer at News Pulse Finance. Follow him on Twitter at Miles Udland.